toy of the day, if you're a child of the 80s, is potentially the greatest Christmas present ever. Now, this is such a cool toy. It's the AT-AT, the All Terrain Armoured Transport from The Empire Strikes Back. Now, Star Wars was incredible, and it's not very often that a sequel is better. And I would say arguably Empire is maybe the best of the three films. It expanded the universe, it gave us better special effects, new spaceships, better characters, and more importantly for me, much better toys. Now, in 1979, the year before Empire was released, Kenner's toy sales were $100 million, and they pretty much bankrolled Empire. Now, the original budget for the film was $18 million, and by the end of production, I think it had cost $33 million through expenses and fines and fires and people getting injured and things like that. The box office up to date is somewhere in the region of $547 million. So it was worth spending it, basically. Now, this is such an incredible toy. This was pretty much the coffee table in my bedroom as a kid. It would have a cup of tea on it. It was always there in my bedroom. The toy was always out on display. You had all these great figures and accessories to go with it. And every single thing that you saw on the box you wanted to get, which was kind of the power of advertising. And it is a great box, really. I'm going to show you, it's got Boba Fett heads on the end there. And I think the idea was you cut them out and sent off to get other figures like you did with the name cards and things like that. Luckily, I never did that. The one thing is I've lost the chin guns and I'm devastated, and I also left the batteries in and they've leaked, so I'm going to spend a bit of time now cleaning this up. I don't know where I put those chin guns. I was going to do this as a toy of the day like a week ago, and I've been hunting high and low for them. So that is my toy of the day for today. It is the All Terrain Armoured Transport from The Empire Strikes Back. It is an epic toy. If you had one of these as a kid, if you were lucky enough to have one of these as a kid, please share your memories of it, and you can watch past toys of the day now on the Collectible channel. Take care and stay safe. So welcome to a little bit of extra toy of the day. Because I only have a certain amount of time to post a video on Twitter, I don't get enough time to get all the information or talk about everything about the toy that I want to sometimes. And because this is such a cool toy, I think it is worthy of a little bit more discussion, and especially as well the rest of the figures in basically the Hoth scenes. Now, the AT-AT, like I said, is such a cool toy. This was pretty much the coffee table in my bedroom. The pictures on the box are so cool. It just makes you want to go and buy all the figures, and that's pretty much what we did as kids if we could. Nagged our parents till we got the ones that we wanted. But what I did forget to mention in the video was the Wampa. We've also got two different Tauntauns, not the place in Devon. That is the open belly and that is the closed belly, and we've got Luke and Han both with the backpacks on. I think they were part of a mail away, weren't they, the backpacks, or they came with the big Imperial Rebel Transporter toy as well, didn't they? So those are the two of the other little figures, which are pretty cool. I think that's a great sort of evolution of the Stormtrooper, the Snow Trooper. The addition of this little skirt, I think they did a great job of that figure, and have lots of different kind of variations of that as well. It is cool, like I said. I mean, the Stormtroopers was such a great piece of costume design, and then to elevate it to this, the AT-AT driver, which again is a great figure. It's a great looking thing, and also the TIE Fighter pilot as well, making them a bit dark and broody, because people have also made Shadow Trooper costumes as well, which look really cool. So what I had noticed, that's the R2-D2 with the sensor scope, but on the box here, I don't think it is the R2-D2 with the sensor scope at all. Of that action figure sold separately. I think that's the original one. So either they didn't have one, or they just used what was available at the time and did not produce that yet. Now, strangely, that figure is on there as well, and I imagine it's to sell it, because really it's not much of a figure otherwise, really, is it? But I mean, the prop itself in the film was really cool, but it's not a great action figure. Not as bad as the you know, one of the Emperor's advisors in the last 17. I think that's widely renowned as possibly one of the worst figures. Quilted Princess Leia, that's a pretty cool one. That's another figure that I loved. Was that loop so you could push the gun through? Why did they put that in? It's a little bit of strange unnecessary detail anyway. Yeah, oh, the other thing is, like I said before, I was going to do this as a toy of the day, you know, maybe a week or so ago, and when I got the AT-AT out, it's got all the original inner card in there, which is a really cool thing. If you're buying one, if you can get one with the original card, check, because people do, you know, put reproduction card inside, but that can really add to the value as well, especially, or if you get hold of one and it's got the original card in, maybe think about having it graded, because you know, it's better, because these things get lost, like all the instruction leaflets and the booklets and things like that, or the stickers on the sheets. You know, these are all cool things to have if you can get them. It's what kind of, you know, people like me are constantly on the hunt for, you know, almost perfect originals now, and they're getting fewer and fewer, and the prices are climbing. Even though the world is in a strange place at the moment, I still think, you know, these kind of things are really going to hold the value. So anyway, the AT-AT, like I said in the video before, in my Toy of the Day video, I have lost the chin guns and I'm gutted. I've been hunting high and low. We have pretty much a warehouse here full of toys, and I've put them somewhere so safe I can't remember, and it's absolutely driving me nuts. The other thing, like I say, I did was I left the batteries in, and even though they were good quality Duracell batteries, they have leaked a bit and knackered the contact, so I've got to go in and very carefully clean those and test it and make sure it works again as well. So top tip, do not leave batteries in old toys, because it knackers them, and when you come to you know, want to do a video in 10 years time showing people how cool these things are, then you can't find the bits and the damn thing doesn't work. So that's the situation I've been in, but I've done it as a toy of the day because it is so cool. Like I say, it's almost like having a pet dog. It has a real character to it as a toy. It was a great thing in the film, but they did a fantastic job of translating these things into toys. You know, one thing I haven't got as well, stupidly, I sold my snow speeder. I thought I was going to get another one, and that fell through, and the one I had was just in incredible condition, and I got made an offer I couldn't refuse, and it went to a really good home, which is the only reason why I did sell it. It went to a very cool collector, but I don't have a snow speeder to go with this, and that's another really cool vehicle. Hours and hours and hours of fun as a child playing with the snow speeder, with that, you know, with the button with the squeaky sounds and the lights going up and down. Just great toys, great memories, and that's the point for me. These things are all key points in history. They, you know, it's like good food, fine wine. They trigger those emotions, the senses, and they take you back to a place of joy and simplicity, and, you know, cool cinematography as well. Everything sort of done with talent and no CGI. Not that there isn't talent in CGI and they can do some incredible things now, but the physical prop building and the stop motion and the camera developments and the creation of ILM is all because of Star Wars, and the joy that I get from these toys is all because of Star Wars. So that is my toy of the day for today. I'm going to go before I get even more ranty and emotional. I'm going to go and muck about with this for the rest of the afternoon now, and I will be back tomorrow with more toys of the day. You can check out all the past toys of the day. I've been doing them for 60, this will be number 65 now. And the idea of them is, if you're in lockdown, if you're feeling isolated, share your memories and share your stories about these toys with us, with other people, and your photographs of them as well. I like seeing photographs of things. The posts are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, and they're also on YouTube as well. Please join in the conversation, because it's nice to meet like-minded people. If you don't know me, my name's Mark, and this is Brooks Collectibles. And if you look in the other videos, you'll see our toy museum upstairs. You're actually downstairs on the shop floor at the minute. We've just spent the day marking the floor out with 2-meter tape, because hopefully we are going to be open part-time, I think, maybe 2 or 3 days a week. after the 15th. So this is, I think, going to be my last week of Toy of the Day as well, which is quite an emotional thing because I've really enjoyed doing them. So anyway, I'm going to go. Take care, stay safe. I hope you enjoyed Toy of the Day, and please check out all the old ones. They're a bit silly and rubbish, but I just hope they're a bit of fun and a break from the real world at the minute.